Yes, I said valedictorians. This year, we have 2 valedictorians that will be recognized. I'd first like to call to the podium Kannan Freyaldenhoven.
Fellow Tigers, families, teachers, and staff, my name is Kannan Freyaldenhoven, and I am incredibly proud to be a part of the San Luis Obispo High School graduating class of 2017, and I'm honored to be speaking to you. Today we are receiving our diplomas because we have made it. We have dodged security guards our freshman year as we tried to go off campus, endured Mr. Colombe's AP Physics class, spent hours up in the parking lot traffic after school, danced atop the pods during homecoming dances. We've created these memories together as a class. But after today, all this will become a part of the past chapter of our lives as we turn the page to a new one. When I was given the opportunity to speak at graduation, I was excited, but somewhat at a loss. I'd never given a speech like this before, but I knew I wanted to communicate some sort of meaning. So, I scoured the web for ideas and sample speeches that could potentially provide me with some insight. My frantic searching allowed me to come across famous commencement speeches by Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg, historical addresses made by Abraham Lincoln and JFK, but none of them felt fully right. I ultimately realized who needed the ideas of presidents when I had 18 years of experience and wisdom of my own. So, I consolidated my thoughts and feelings into a metaphor, because what better way to get a point across? I came up with this. We are the writers of our own life story, the pavers of our own paths, and absolutely nothing is set in stone. Now, why do I believe in this? Well, the majority of it lies with my desire to be me. My path of life isn't predestined, and if it were, then it wouldn't truly be mine. How can you write your own life story if it's already been written? The simple answer is you can't. Everything that is to come is entirely up to us, and the rest of our lives are what we make of it. In Tigers, this all begins now. I myself saw this, going off down my own road, as rather daunting. Over 12 years of asking permission for bathroom privileges, having our parents make us peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for lunch, and now we're being thrust into the vast expanse of decisions and outcomes through which we alone must navigate. As I'm sure we all are, I'm apprehensive about life after high school. Afraid of making mistakes, failing college courses, not becoming who we want to become. These incidents, however, are unavoidable. There is no completely pristine road in life. Take an example, our very own Tiger Lane. This past Wednesday, I walked down Tiger Lane for the very last time as a slow high tiger, and I realized that it wasn't perfect. Nonetheless, it got me to school all the same. It is our failures and mistakes that make us unique, what shape us and what we will achieve. And frankly, we as individuals are able to get past any obstruction that may deter us from reaching our goals. Our roads may loop, zigzag, maybe even partially travel backwards, but not because we're afraid of these obstacles, but rather because we can work to surpass them in our own way. But as we walk through the farthest corners of life, it's inevitable that we'll find ourselves confused and unsure of what to do next. This, however, is simply the world in full force. It is the experience of being lost, in fact, which leads us to finding our passion. As a class, we have the spirit and hope and confidence, and we must use this to plan our next move and continue traveling down the road to our goals. We must embrace the things around us, good and bad, and what brought us to this point, because that, my friends, is part of paving your own way. We are open to a world of discovery and joy, fulfillment in our own endeavors, because we can hold true to ourselves and follow our hearts. As for the destination, that's a completely different story. The destination is wherever we want to be in life, and where we find ourselves after following the paths that we've created. And it's our persistence, courage, and dedication that will allow us to reach this point. It's not necessarily about going down the easiest route or connecting the dots before we've gone down the path, because only doing what we love can we get led to where we want to be. And the rest will come as long as we trust our intuition, our gut, and our hearts as we clear the way to greatness. And as I look on into this crowd of wonderful people, I already see the greatness, the immense potential and power we all possess. We're beginning this new chapter, but we're not alone. These connections we have created here in high school will remain with us for the rest of our lives. While our journeys may be distinct, you never know when two paths may meet again. My fellow graduates, as of today, we will no longer fall down the red stairs or get called into administration for our harmless senior pranks. Or fall out of our desks during pre-AP registration. Next time we find ourselves on campus or waving to a teacher, we will be doing so as graduates. We are the only slow-high graduating class of 2017, and among us are athletes, writers, readers, surfers, mathematicians, mechanics, artists, singers, architects, musicians, and so many more. But above all, we are all undeniably pavers. Pavers of our own paths and leaders of our own futures. Now, class of 2017, I want to leave you with one final remark. Each of our lives are unique and beautiful. Our destinies are unwritten, and it's up to us to determine the course our lives take. We are the captains of our own ships, and we will remain sailing towards our goals, even in the midst of the storms and raging currents around us. To the graduating class of 2017, this year and this lifetime is for each and every one of us. Let's make it the best. To my friends, family, especially you, Mom, teachers, fellow Tigers, I thank you. It has been an honor.
At this time, I'd like to introduce our second valedictorian for San Luis Obispo's high school class 2017, Sophie.